Hey everybody, welcome back to 1 Minute Walking Tours, and today's tour is inspired by what I think is the most exciting news, that the excellent Lizzo got to play James Madison's crystal flute at the Library of Congress. And things like that make me, as a historian, a little jealous, but then again, I don't have Lizzo's supreme talent, so no one's going to let me in to play an instrument that belonged to James Madison that I can't play to begin with. So I thought, what can I do to the loyal viewers of 1 Minute Walking Tours? What can I do for them to bring them maybe a little closer to James Madison, architect of the Virginia Plan, which turned out to be the U.S. Constitution, which was really just a reworking of something called the Articles of Confederation, which in itself was a reworking of something called the Articles of Association. Don't tell anyone I told you that. And how can you get to touch a little bit of James Madison if that's your groove? Well, you can do that here in Madison Square Park, oddly enough, in Manhattan. And that's this red oak tree right here. This beautiful tree is a 90-year-old tree brought here in 1923 from Montpelier, Virginia, from James Madison's estate. It is the only living piece of James Madison anywhere in a city obsessed with naming things for James Madison. So you have Madison Square, that's this, which was named in 1814. Madison Street, which is downtown from here, and that was named in 1826. And Madison Avenue, so Mad Men, and that was named in 1836. I believe James Madison was actually here for that. So there's all sorts of things named for him in a city that's kind of forgotten him. But at any rate, this is the only piece, as I said, of James Madison anywhere in New York City, other than obviously his name. Now, the original Madison Square Garden would have been right here, as I mentioned, in the Star of Hope, which actually is right yonder. New York City's first Christmas tree was in this park, as was one of New York City's first Potter's Fields. Now, that was the burial for the poor, unclaimed bodies, prisoners, and all sorts of things. And Madison Square Park started out its life in 1794 as a potter's field. Now, this would have been so much farther north than New York City at the time, which would have been, I don't know, I'm gesturing, this way, which is south from here. Now, Potter's Field becomes full in 1797 with 100,000 human remains, which were probably never moved. So next time you're cooling it and you're looking at this great red oak from Virginia, realize there are 100,000 human beings buried here, and it was full. So by the time of the 1823 yellow fever epidemic, and yellow fever is sometimes called the American Plague. Yellow fever is one of the largest factors in the growth of New York City into, we would say, I guess, the West Village or the East Village, these sorts of areas, as the city is growing away from what they consider the pestilential areas downtown. Hey, they come on up, and they are, the city spreads and yellow fever grows. They have to move the dead, and, well, the dead, they move to what is now the Croton Reservoir upstate. And that goes in again with another 100,000 burials and so forth. So you get then the Rural Burial Act, which apparently I talk about a lot. I was watching, anyway. So they are doing some work here, pardon Matt. But at any rate, if you feel like, wow, I'd like to go play James Madison's crystal flute, and you don't have the star power and awesomeness of Lizzo, and you don't actually know how to play the flute, you can come to Madison Square Park, where there is a Shake Shack, and you can touch the red oak and think, wow, that's a little bit of James Madison here in New York City, and you can stand on Madison Avenue. So hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you here soon on 1 Minute Walking Tours. And if you enjoy what we're doing here on 1 Minute Walking Tours, I do hope you'll take the time to like and subscribe. And if you're watching on any of the other social media platforms, I hope you'll follow the link to my YouTube channel, and you'll like and subscribe there, and we'll go new places and do new things together. We'll see you here soon. No, I know.